Hello everyone and welcome back to City Skylines, where in the last episode we began expanding out our residential district all the way back here. Now, honestly, this little lane here looks a little bit weird. Maybe I'm going to change that up because it does look really strange to me, and I can't see past it. I really can't. So, let's start this episode out by changing this up a little bit, shall we? Because otherwise it is just going to distract me. For a long time I will be distracted by it. Right, we'll go with a free tool, something like this. I think will be quite nice. And yeah, sure. We'll draw a straight line up between these 2 points. There we go. Nice. Okay. Now, that gives us a couple of options to build this area out. Now, I'm fairly happy with the way that this area is developing. We got a ways to go. I would love to get up to 50,000. That would be amazing. Currently, the shops in this area are still along this one main road there. So, all of our traffic, like trucks and the like, will find it easy enough to access this area. And we'll probably continue that down here. We'll have shops right along this road, probably as far as this, but most of this is going to continue to be residential, I'm thinking. And I may want to connect these up in a few strategic locations, and it is going to be a bit of a shame to do that because I am going to have to sacrifice a few small things. But, well, you know, progress was never cheap. Right, we'll also grab this one. And maybe you as well. I'm sorry. Sorry, buildings. Much sorry. Very sad. You're going to have to go. Bomb. Now I can't see which buildings I need to get rid of. This one and that one. There we go. Yeah. Bomb. There we are. Right then. Let's go ahead. I'll allow those to build up first so that I can see where... Oh, actually, I can just remember where it is, really. Why am I being so lazy? Right, I would like a straight line, well, from about there. There we go, that'll do. And then over here, much the same. Right there. And then one right down, well, if I could for a moment get in there. Road guidelines, you are so useful and yet so annoying. It beggars belief. Alright, there we go, we can put those back on now. Not that I really want them or need them at this point, because I would like this to offer a couple of interesting patterns, maybe. Well, actually, this one can come all the way out, and then... Ooh, there we go, Colossal City. We've reached the population of 48,000 and have unlocked a few new things. The floating cafe, nuclear power. We've also unlocked the cargo hub, a cargo harbor that accepts also train traffic. Cargo hub combines functionality of a cargo harbor and cargo terminal, but there is also a slight synergy bonus for the close proximity of both facilities and reduced truck traffic between the two buildings. And then the ocean thermal energy conversion plant. The changes in water temperature allow the power plant to generate electricity. Place the plant on the shoreline. Very well. The next one will be Metropolis at 70,000. And then Megalopolis at 85,000. And then that is the very highest we can get to. This would require us to double the population of our city, more or less. Are we going to be able to reach that in this series? I'm not sure. As I've mentioned, I am starting to get the itch to start afresh and do things a little differently, but it's not necessarily the end yet. We'll have to see, I think. I'm gonna have to turn off those road guidelines again. In fact, I'm gonna have to turn off the grid as well. Can I get this in? No. Can I get rid of the grid? There we go. That's what we need. Pump. And perhaps just a wee road down there. And then something nice up here as well. Sure, I would like this path to go all the way through. I think that would be lovely. That is actually a really, really nice sweeping path through this area back here. I like that a lot, as it happens. And we can probably take that one all the way down there. Oh, that looks lovely. That one's a little bit straight now, not quite as curvy. Let's fix that up, shall we? I'm sure we can do a better job. In fact, something like that might work even better. It's a little bit janky, but I think we can let it go for now. We'll have a wee path sweep up there as well. I might pop some nice little bits there. Actually, I think the curve there is a little bit too much for some reason. It doesn't quite fit. Let's have a short little path leading in there. I think that works a little bit better. Little path over here as well. Just a little path, and we can imagine there's picnic sites and things like that around there. But yes, as I've mentioned a few times now, actually, I am really starting to feel the itch to start a new city, and this one would very much be with mods. As I've explained, I did favor not running with mods for this series, simply because I was covering new content in the game, and I'm well aware that anyone who isn't playing this on PC wouldn't have access to that, to mods, and so I wanted to give them a much more realistic experience, well, rather closer to the experience that they might have themselves if they were to pick up the expansion. But without that necessity there, then I can add in all of the lovely mods that I've made mention of up to now. Can we get that to connect? Yeah, actually doesn't. No, I think I can live with that one, actually. Right, there we go. That's lovely. It connects all of these places up there. We can maybe fit in one more if we're very sneaky about it. Something like this. Then all the way down and connect it up there. There we go. I think that's wonderful. This one though, I think we would have to really try and squeeze this in. Actually, yeah, we can manage it. Sure. There we go. That looks lovely. That little path between all of this, I think that's going to be grand. And for that reason, we're going to need lots of high-rise residential along here as well, I think. This one will be well, we could have shops along here, but I think high-rise residential makes a little bit more sense given all of those pathways. So, I didn't forget. Don't forget, it's always a marvellous and wondrous occasion when I don't forget that people need to drink water to survive. It's great. It's great. I always feel very proud of myself. I hope you feel proud of me too. Right, let's go ahead. We'll get all of this expanded out, because I think having all of these tall buildings there, just looking down, would actually be really, really quite nice. The shops will continue on down to around here, but all of this back there will be residential. They'll have decent access. Actually, we can make a small area for shops over here. I think that would fit in there. Just this tiny little, maybe it's a newspaper stand or something like that, or news agents rather, not a newspaper stand. Now, one of the other things that I had mentioned I would like to do is what? Really, someone is robbing the dump? How desperate of a criminal must you be to try and steal from a dump? Wow, recycling plant. It's not like there's any cash. Oh, wait, recycling plant. Recycled electronics. Maybe there's lots of TVs. Maybe what they're going to do is they're going to try and knock over the recycling plant, get all of the televisions and computers and any doodads, and then they're going to just fix them up and then sell them on. Ah, clever. Okay, I take it back. Very ingenious, criminal scum. Very ingenious indeed. However, 30 days ISO cubes. Right. Now, as I mentioned in the last episode, I really, really want to get down some more interesting buildings put around. I wouldn't mind the Fantastic Fountain, honestly, because it looks gorgeous, but it is really expensive. Right, where is the Opera House? There we go. People near and far come to enjoy the wonderful music played and songs sung at the Opera House. Requirement for building the space elevator. Now, I'm a big fan of that particular building, but it is very noisy, and I think it would best be placed along this area. Well, actually, I think it would be better placed along the very, very edge here. So we've got these lovely ocean views. Yes, I like this idea. I like this idea a lot. So let's start laying down the pipe works just along the main roads around here. And we'll actually also connect them up along here as well. Makes sense. Bob. There we go. Electricity, we would have to rush it down there. So first, before we get to that, and since we are starting to see a decent requirement for commercial, we can start running some more commercial down there. Now, right now, I'm only placing low density commercial around here. I could perhaps, as we move into the more prime real estate of this area, we'll switch it up to high density commercial, I think. And we'll just see what we can do around here. Yeah, we'll have these run all the way down, at least that far, and then along here. However, I don't want it to be completely chock-a-block in here, especially because I am going to be drawing roads up from this area, and I haven't decided on those roads yet. Well, maybe I should do that right now. Okay, there we go. I've laid down an initial patchwork of roads. I haven't yet put down any pathways between it, but we will get to that, I assure you. Right, the next thing I would like to do is to expand out this beautifully massive green district all the way down to the coastline, where it is going to probably be expanding in time. Let's get everything under the effect of this. There we go. Want to make sure all of these buildings are going to be nice and high-rise green buildings. And unfortunately, that does mean they're all going to be deleted. But, oh well. Right, we also probably need to move this at this point. Let's see. Well, actually, what it is right now? No, I don't think we do need to move it. Let's leave that one there. Now, how's the traffic moving through this? Because there's a lot of traffic now using this one road down here. Maybe a bit rough. We might need to review that. We are definitely going to need to get the subway station down here. We're probably going to want train connection as well to hook up to the harbour. But I'm thinking we're going to probably have some sort of industrial area over here to make use of some things. This area is we're going to try and keep this very, very beautiful. And as a result, we're not actually going to be moving too much down. Let's speed up time, and hopefully all of this will develop and they'll connect to electricity, which would be grand. Alternatively, I could just jump start it, I guess, temporarily doing this. That way, this will all connect up there. There we go. Now then, I'm going to allow this to develop for a little bit. Hopefully you are getting electricity. Are you not? Oh, you are not. My bad. Did I break something I should not have? It appears that I did. I'm very bad then. In that case, sure, we'll just have it going through that lovely park I made for no apparent reason. There we go. We'll eventually get all of that sorted. Oh, of course, they will have downgraded as we were moving to the Green Cities style housing. Okay, we're going to want lots of parks and other such things down here. We are going to be moving things because we're not just going to have an opera house in this area. We're going to have quite a lot of nice buildings down around here, and also services. On that note, let's check on our services, because it's been a while. Elementary school, not doing too bad. High school, doing quite bad. That being said, you look back here. Everyone is educated, which is very good. Despite well, I guess the way this happens is that it takes time, but eventually everyone does get educated. We only got 14% uneducated and 38% highly educated. We are actually still making the meeting our demands with our one central university there. Our team is simply the best. Win or lose, keep on playing. Football, bestest. Ah, that's nice. But maybe we could go for a high school down here. We've got an elementary school, so a high school would probably be quite a nice addition to this little area. Sure, okay, let's go ahead and get ourselves a high school. And for this one, we'll go with a regular high school, I think. Let's see, we've got this style high school or that one. Let's go with... This one looks a little bit more... Well, actually, this one looks more like the college that I went to, which is kind of in the middle of university and high school. But we'll go with that one. We'll pop it down right about there, and this will make for a very nice place for people to live. And we're going to continue with the high-rises, but we're going to try and carefully control where they go. We'll have a couple at the back there as well. And that should all hook up there without too much trouble. We're slowly getting our larger commercial interest down here, which is very nice to see. We may have some light commercial interest along this road. I'm not sure though. We could do with it. But no, I kind of like the idea of focusing on the residential in this area for the time being. So let's go ahead and build this out a little bit more. I'll have that one there. These smaller buildings around here, I think. There we are, that'll do for now. And yes, I've got a little cul-de-sac there. I can't help it. We want some more paths though. Let's actually go... Yeah, we'll go for more of a rustic path through here. We'll turn off the grid as well. There we are. So this path will just kind of swing up and around like so. There we go. We might have it splinter off a little bit around here. Something like that. Go through here. And yeah, you know what? We're gonna have a little. We're gonna turn back on the grid, and we're gonna have a little roundabout for paths. Oh, apparently we can't have roundabouts for paths that small. That makes me a little bit sad, actually. Why can I not have roundabouts for paths? Scallywags. I've got to make a gigantic roundabout for paths, apparently. Alright, well, fair enough then. If that's the way things have to be, then it's the way things have to be. We'll pop something nice in there, though. We'll also have a branch or two of this path just sweeping off here or there. Oh, dear. Well, actually, a path doesn't need to be exact here. In fact, I could now get rid of this branch completely. Oh, that actually looks kind of interesting. You know what would fit this place? That's right, a rock. Actually, no, that rock wouldn't fit. No, nor would that one. These rocks way too big. Why are all the rocks so gigantic? There we go. A rock. Perfect. That makes that path actually look like it's meant to be there. Glorious times. And at this point, we are almost certainly not needing these pylons anymore, so they can go away and stop ruining my path. There we go. Let's get rid of all of you, and there we are. That should look much nicer now. Right, okay. Continuing on with the development of our residential facilities, we're still going at 51,000. My goodness. I think the city's doing fairly well for itself, actually. Let's flesh this part out a little bit. We'll go for a smaller one there. Actually, a smaller one there as well. But a reasonable sized one. Right there should be good. Down here, we're getting to the part. Oh, no! Wait a second. Damn it, sewage treatment. Let's have a look at what we've got here then. Another eco water treatment plant. Let's get you going then. Pop it right away down there. Pump. And hook you up as well. Should be okay. Actually, wait a second. Is it because... No, it's not because of a lack of power. It is absolutely not because of a lack of power. Because that has reconnected things. That was such a massive derp on my part. Thank you, everyone who pointed that out. Thank you for showing me the way that I was being so stupid. But, yeah, I know that. It sounds odd when I say it like that. When I say it aloud. But, thank you. That was just massive derpitude on my part. Pumping service. The pumping service has a fleet of vacuum trucks that are sent out when there is flood. Ah, right, I see. But we need some more drinking water for the city. So, let's get that sorted, shall we? There we go. That should all do well. Now, before we get too distracted, let's get back up here. Because we've got a cafe. Where are we? Restaurant and bar. Fishing tours. No, there's a cafe though. Where be it? I'm sure there's a cafe. What have we got there so far? Let me actually have a look at this. Let's close that down. We've got fishing tours, fishing pier, restaurant pier. Oh, what I want is the newest and greatest. Fishing tours, Jet ski rental. Would that really make sense here? The restaurant pier. Sure, we'll go with this one. And pop it down. Does it need to be built off the road? I don't think it does, actually. Let me have a look. Was there a particular reason why I built these ones off the road like I did? I honestly couldn't tell you. Oh well. Well, this one looks the same though. Oh well. We'll get this constructed. Maybe over here, a little bit further away from the others. Something there. And then... Okay, we're going to get some jet ski rental going on as well. Right there. There we go. Now then, we're going to want to hook these up with some roads. So, let's get these going. This can be 3. Nope. Turn off grid. Thank you. Really? There we are. That's so much better. And swing down. And then... Oh, you know what? We'll have that follow along the water's edge. But we'll connect up here. There we go. That is going to be wonderful. We also need to connect up to water. You're right next to the water. There we are. I realize there's a difference between the water in the river and the water that people drink. But, well, actually, kind of makes me lament for the days when there wasn't such a difference. But still, it just amused me. It's like, yeah, a place that's on the water is complaining that they don't have access to water. All right, let's get that connected up there. And, of course, we want it to be connected all the way over there as well. Well, probably want this one to be connected in the same way, actually. Something like this. Sure, and we can imagine, again, park benches and like picnic tables and things like that just up there. And then just a straight up connection there. There we go. People can enjoy these new facilities. Hopefully it'll bring a little bit more tourism over here. Right, though they are a long way from where our heaviest tourist facilities will be set up. Now, let's go down a little bit. Let's simplify our lives a little bit more with some smaller houses. There we go. Just around this little area here. And yeah, maybe nothing too grand moving down here though. I say that and then I plonk down a massive 3x3 house, which I mean in terms of City Skylines ends up being a huge place. Massive affair. Quite probably, you know, a couple of 100,000 to buy. So it's not exactly a humble residence. There we go. Connect that up there. We'll probably get... Well, they've already got a few connections there. We don't really need a connection down here, I wouldn't say. We might want a wee connection just running along here, though. Let's turn all these on and then just get this running straight down. Sure. Just a little spot so that my pedestrians can just walk along there without impediment. And we'll have some smaller houses just running along this area back here. There we go. That'll be quite nice, I think. And then a couple along there too. Down here, sure, we'll have a few there as well. But that is probably going to be the extent of our low density residential in this little block, because I would like a lot more high density going on in here. A lot more. And again, I have really taken to the idea that I don't need to make it as big as it possibly can be, though I will make it there. That is not necessary, and it gives me options later on if I want to run a path between one place or another. Though, as a general rule, I have found that it's a lot easier if I run the path first rather than last. As far as things go, my life is just made significantly easier, and also I feel much less bad about, you know, having to rip people's homes up. That always makes me feel a little bit like a scallywag. There we go, we'll get that going on in there. I'm not sure what we're doing over here. We'll probably have something though, otherwise it looks a little bit out of place. So just something along these lines, a few trees dotted in there. There we go. And this would actually be quite a nice little area back here, actually. You know what? maybe we need a park. Yeah, I think a park back there would be really nice. I think it would be in the right place. Let's see, we've got some larger options. This is well, it's a small playground. Park with tree. Oh my lord, I always underestimate just how ridiculously huge these things are. A small park. That is not good enough. Well, I'll have a small playground then. Sure. Pop that right there. And we'll see if we can prettify that with some more trees and bushes around. Something along these lines. There we go. And we can actually have a couple of dotted bushes just moving along the path there. Yeah, I think that actually looks really nice. I'm almost tempted to put down a rock just to break things up, but I'm trying to resist. There we go. I'll take this all the way up along this path. We'll do much the same along the other side as well, because this is just a little area, a little oasis in amongst all of the buildings. Though this city does not need these oases. Oases, is that the correct plural for oasis? I have no idea. But simply because this is actually a green cities area, so generally these should all be quite pretty anyway. But there we are. We'll actually have a few more trees just dotted around, maybe a couple of bushes at the bases of these trees. Again, just a little place for all of the rabbits and the field mice to dart away. A little place where they can seek shelter underneath the tree without being preyed upon by owls. Not that the owls don't have every right to eat and expect some noms for their chicks. But there we are. That's a nice little place right in the middle of all this. Crime, my lord. No, police. They're just over there. They will get you, you scallywag. However, that being done, let's get back to painting down more and more and more of these buildings. There we go. I'll have one right on the corner there as well. Have a little one there as well too. There we go. That's actually starting to come together quite nicely. I think it is now time for us to place down the rather expensive building. There's the Opera House. Right. Okay. So, Opera House. Where do I want to place you? I think I'm going to have you right about there. There we are. Now this should be absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, look at that effect. Absolutely lovely. Unique buildings, parks and plazas. What kind of access have people got? Accessibility is really low over there. Huh. That's not so good. Have a look at land value, though. It'll improve with time, I think, especially as these buildings get to higher levels. Leisure activity. Yeah, we've really not got much leisure options for these places. I guess compared to everywhere back here, they really don't have that much. We need to drop down a couple of other options in there. I hadn't realised that we'd fallen so far behind the curve. Bit of a shame. Let's have a little Japanese garden. I think that would be quite lovely. Pop that one in there. Carousel. You are the crutch for my city far too often, but right, we'll have a carousel right there as well. And with that, we will then continue adding in more and more and more buildings. There we go. We will actually leave a gap there so that we can have some buildings creep up. There we go. Sorry, a path creep through there. I think that'll be nice. Though I'm going to make this one more of a dirt path. There we go. And we'll pop a couple of trees just along its edge. Something like this. And mix it up a little bit with different sorts of trees. I would like a flowering tree. Just to make it a little bit more pretty in there. Not that I think they're going to get much sunlight by the looks of it. Oops. Sorry, trees. That is quite unfortunate, really, when you think about it. There we go. Right, there we are. That'll do. Hopefully the leisure accessibility. Yes, there we go. It's starting to creep up there, though. Oh my lord! There's just this island of no leisure time. Though I would have assumed that they would have been quite happy to walk to it. It's not that far away, at least not the way that I consider distance. I don't know. Let's have a look then. We've got some other things. Fishing. Oh, there we are. Floating cafe. Ah, there we go. There we go. Wow, okay, you are extremely swanky. I approve of this one. Can we fit you in there? Think so. Yes, look at that. Now we're talking. This place is getting very, very nice. Very nice indeed up here. We're creating quite a nice little river over here. There's quite a lot of tourist opportunities. We'll probably put in a marina there eventually as well. But swinging back, let's have a look at our opera house. Visitors last week, only 18. Tourists last week, only 3. That's largely because we have not set up the traffic accessibility around here. So our residents can't easily get down here, but we will be fixing that. Don't you worry. But that's probably going to be for a whole other episode, because it'll probably take a whole episode to do properly. Right. Well, I say properly. It'll probably take me a whole episode to do badly. That's probably a little bit closer to the truth. Let's be perfectly honest with ourselves. Right. I would like to try and sneak in something in here, though. We do need something for our people back here. Dog park, maybe. Big on doggo parks. And sure, we only lose 2 houses by putting one there. There we are. There we go. Look at the effect that had. Everyone is so happy. Now they've got somewhere they can walk their dog. Not that they didn't have a place to walk their dog before, in my opinion. There was loads of places around here. Oh, well. We could go for a small park as well, perhaps. But where on earth would we put it? Where would we put it? And that is the question. Could we fit one in there? We could. We'd lose a few buildings, but I think it might be worth it. There we go. That is looking so much nicer now. And maybe we could get one little thing over here. And by little thing, I go for like one of the biggest things I can pick. But a botanical garden around here would actually be quite very nice, I feel. We'd lose 3 big buildings, but sure. Let's make this place absolutely gorgeous. There we are. Look at how much leisure time these people have there now. It's glorious. We lost quite a lot of people there, but come on. I feel it was worth it. Look at this. City's becoming so beautiful. Right. Well, I think for the remainder of this episode, we're just going to be filling out the district that we've set up down here. But before that, let's just get in the last couple of high density. Though I would like to swap down to low density just around the perimeter of the opera house there. There we go. That'll be all we do there. We'll have some paths leading off to the shoreline as well. But now to add in plenty of living space, living quarters. All right. Don't want that. And we'll only have a small one there as well. Now, over here, we could have maybe some of these terraces as low density. In fact, yeah, sure, we'll have some low density options available. But generally speaking, around this place, I want it to be much more high density than anything else. We will probably have some paths connecting up here, and I might as well pop them in now. Let's go ahead and find you. Get you branching off there. Something like that. Maybe another one just heading down here. Sure, we'll have something along these lines. Running down. We'll connect it up in a few other ways. But for now, the main ways I want to connect to that terrace. Sure, we can bring this down a little bit and then actually start curving to connect it up down here. There's almost no purpose to that path in a way, but that it'll just give people an option to walk around in a way that they didn't have before. Easy access to some nice green areas at the back there. There we go. Right, and continuing with the high density around here. Actually, yeah, we'll just go with this one. And down the terrace as well. We'll have another connection point there, I think. Definitely want a connection around here, actually. Might even want something a little bit more fanciful. Let's get the main connection first, though. So, there. And then pop down a... Oop, wrong one. Then we'll get down some bushes, just going up there. And some trees as well. There we go. That's actually quite a nice little connection point there now. Right. Our demand for residential is going down quite sharply, so we can't just continue to build like this. But for the time being, for as long as we can at least, I would like to. That being said, let's go and grab ourselves some nice buildings to pop in here. How big is this? It's quite a large structure, but I've had my eye on this particular building for quite some time. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to that street in order to fit it in. A fantastic fountain. Fantastic fountains, mesmerizing fountains, offer the perfect atmosphere for a romantic date. Latest studies show that proposals made near the beautifully illuminated fountains of the fantastic fountain have a success rate of 96% on average. Oh my lord, that actually just killed romance in my mind. Romance is dead, everyone. Why? Oops, that is completely not what I wanted. Not bad. There we go. Let's draw that out a little bit and we'll have the fantastic fountain going there. There we are. That would be absolutely beautiful. It should be, anyway. It is actually really noisy, though. Oh, damn. I hadn't considered that. Noisy in the middle of my residential area. But come on! Can you put a price on love? Yes, you can, apparently. But, yeah, we're going to keep that. Just so that all of the proposals can have a 96% chance of being less romantic. Because it's been all commercialized. Let's go ahead and connect this up down there. Oh, my lord, I'm such a cynic sometimes. I do apologize, everyone. There we go. And we'll, honestly, we'll have some buildings along here, but not fully set up. Something like that will do. And we'll just fill the rest with some, let's go and get some pretty trees to just dot along here. You know, may as well capitalize on our fantastic fountain and its fantastic proposal success chance. There we are. Let's beautify a little bit. Could we have some doves, please? Let's get some doves. They can be animatronic doves if real doves cost too much. It's fine. Whatever increases the chance. We also need people to be going around, you know, with just spontaneously playing the violin. It's going to be great. We are going to completely do proposals by numbers. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a new series. Anyone can be successful in proposing to their loved one if they do it around our professionally curated fantastic fountain. TM. It's gonna be marvelous. There we are. We'll continue. Actually, we want the shrubberies to be fairly dense around there, I'd say, and also about up there as well. There we go. I'm gonna try and put cynical Aavak back in his box now. There we are. Right. So hopefully, you know, that's gonna help. Oh, people are dying probably from the sound, from the sound of all the many violins for the successful proposals, and the dying of cuteness overload and romance. No doubt. Let's get some more high rises in here though. There we are. And actually, we'll hold back there because I would like a path to connect these parts up. There we are. Perfect. Right. Okay. So that part is being developed. Yeah, they're gonna get sick. I'm sorry, but such is the price of love. Now down hither, we will have quite a lot of development around here. It would actually make more sense for me to have that on the other side, though. Yeah, let me just get rid of that. The reason why it makes more sense is because we've got more access on the other side, you see? You see? There we are. And draw that out. And pretty much do the same down here. Have a little bit of a bigger gap there, though. Just in case I want to put something a little bit more fanciful as I'm designing all of the paths, because we're going to need paths naturally. Between all terraces there must be paths. Alright, we're going to be a straight line more or less. This one can come down and then kind of curve up and kind of curve back down. There we go, just to mix things up a little bit. This one actually have just a straight path, but then just a little place built in here maybe. Oh, connects up like that. Oh, that isn't quite what I meant to do, but alright. I suppose. Down here as well. And that should be good, actually. Let's go ahead and pop something in here, though. You know what? It's been a while since I put down a rock. Can I get this rotated in such a way that it'll fit? Yes, I can. Kind of have a rock. Oh, no! My rock destroyed my path. What a scallywag. Just don't expect that from rocks. Let's try that again, then. Because now I've set on that being a thing that I'm going to do there. I'm not going to accept no for an answer. Oh, really? Path, why you got to be so janky? Alright, there we go. Can we get this in there now without destroying all the paths? Yes, we can. Marvellous. Absolutely marvellous. If this was my tribal playthrough in RimWorld, I would be making up some amazing, religiously significant story about that rock right now. Probably called Muffalo Rock. But unfortunately, as this is my City Skylines playthrough, we're not going to be quite going the whole tribal route. But no doubt, this rock does have some sort of significance, just of a different kind. Maybe it was the site of some great speech. Someone climbed upon that rock and gave a rousing speech that helped to overthrow some corrupt official. No, and as a result, the people they keep this place. Some people in high politics, they want to get rid of it. It reminds them of a blot on the city's history. But no, it is well tended to, and the people come out here regularly and they pick up the litter. In fact, there's no litter. No one would dare litter around that rock. It is of such great significance to the history of our fair city. Right, down here though, I'm so tempted to just add in a little corner shop, but I know it's going to bring loads of trucks down there. So I'm resisting as hard as I can. But I will put down a little place down there, though. And then I'll actually follow that up with just a couple of low-density residentials right at the back there. That should be fine. And actually down here as well. One there, I'll have a little two there. Okay, yeah, I kind of like that. That works for me. We'll have two there as well. Just a couple, just dotted here and there, in amongst all of these much denser population buildings. Yeah, I like it. Now, do we want to continue on the shopping down? I don't actually want to, no. What I would like to do instead... Ooh, no, that's a bit much all in one go. Let's be a little bit more sensible about this, shall we? There we are. And I think this little area is just about ready for us to sign off on. If I had a little brush and some red paint, I would sign a signature right there. But alas, I don't. So I'm going to leave this open for potential tourist buildings down here, just leading down to the coastline and maybe some future beautification. But I think that is going to be it for an episode. I'm pretty happy with what we've managed to do. I'm really happy with how much the city has grown. Look how close we are to the next city milestone. We're not far off of Metropolis now. Just got a little ways to go. Less than 15,000 away from a Metropolis. And when you think about it, we actually covered much of that distance in just this episode. So all we're going to need is another area expansion somewhat similar to this. And we're going to be a Metropolis. It's going to be great. But I think in the next episode, we're going to be working on some jobs for our citizens. Because look at the demand for industry. Now, whether I'm going to be putting down actual industrial jobs or office jobs remains to be seen. Oh, my lord. I just spied a big old fire down there. Please be here quickly. Fire engines? Oh, thank goodness. Fire engine is shown up. Good. Where's the fire helicopter? Where's the helicopter? I see it not. This makes me very concerned. No, don't leave. Don't leave. No. Really? What fire brigade gets dispatched to building? I don't know. What street was that? Let me find out. It doesn't have a street. It was Pier Street 12. Puts out this towering inferno office fire. Notice that Pier Street 11 is on fire. Probably checks. Like, is someone being dispatched? Yeah, they're about 20 minutes away. Okay, fair enough. Time to go home, lads. Someone's on their way. We don't want to steal their job. Really? Silly Skylines. Sometimes you make my brain hurt. But that is going to be it for me for now. I really, really hope you enjoyed this episode. We probably will put down a couple more unique buildings here and there, and that will necessitate the demolition of some of the beautiful beautiful homes that we have got going in this little area. Wow, okay, we must have just lost, had a bad concert or lost a football game. Yeah, we lost a football game. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you in the next. But until then, and as always, do take care, everyone.